Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I have brought you a studio vlog. It has been a while since I have posted a studio vlog, in part because a lot has happened. I think I explained, surgery and then healing time and lots of stuff there. But then I recently, in July, moved to another state to live with my partner, and we have a roommate. And so moving my stuff to this apartment from another state, just a state over, but still, we had to drive it all here and then move everything in and organize everything and move everything around and get stuff, to put our things in. It was really hectic. So I, was kind of inconsistent with my posting, but I'm, finally settled in. So hopefully you will have more videos from me. I got a job out here, and unfortunately, due to some disability things and a lack of being able to be compensated for disabilities, I had to leave. It's a really long story, but it was, after conversations with HR and then trying to get disability accommodations, and they were like, yeah, that's probably not going to happen for you, and if you want to reapply for another job here, you should resign. And I knew I didn't want to resign because I was worried about A, healthcare, and B, income, right, in the meantime until another job comes up. And unfortunately, I didn't want to leave the company on a bad note, so I did end up resigning. And luckily, I was able to get healthcare because I had just moved here from another state. So I applied for Medicaid, and I also, don't have a job right now technically. So I applied for Medicaid and I was able to get healthcare, and I'm very thankful for that. But I don't know what I'm going to be doing about income. I have a few freelance things that I do in the meantime while I'm looking for work, and I've decided to take this opportunity. I have some money saved up for rent. I've decided to take this opportunity to just super push my shop and super push my Patreon and super push my YouTube and, post more consistently and make better content. And I really want this business to work because I think it will work better with my disability issues. I want to work. I want to make content. I want to make things. I am really driven to find a way to contribute things, and so in this little interim, I'm gonna try and push this as hard as possible. So I mean, no pressure, but I'd really appreciate your support, even if it's just watching videos, subscribing, liking, thumbs up, that kind of stuff really pushes engagement with my videos. And I would really, really appreciate that. Also, leave in the comments what kind of videos you would like to see from me, and also what kind of content you would like to see from my Patreon. Right now, I do a lot of character pinups. You can see me working on one here that are exclusive to Patreon. For the last tier, I work on my comic, and I kind of show work in progresses on my comic and post the chapter or the update a week early for patrons. And another thing is, if I am able to reach 500 patrons, which is my goal, I would be able to create more content for my comic, because I'd be less worried about, you know, other freelance jobs and things like that, and able to focus on my comic and bring more content there. But I'd also just truly like to know, you know, like, what would you like to see? What are you interested in? I, you know, kind of like showing this behind the scenes process of stuff. Like, you just saw me draw a sticker sheet and then bring it to completion. This is right here. I'm working on an individual sticker for the Halloween drop for my Etsy. And I think I pretty much go through like the whole process of how I work on this. Like, I start in Clip Studio. You can see me here working in Clip Studio. And I then go from Clip Studio to the Silhouette program and put stickers in there. And for this one, I had some problems because I definitely color picked a color for the pumpkin that was just too dark. And when I printed it, I knew it was too dark. The thing about screens is they're backlit, right? So then like you go to print something and it might be much darker than you anticipated. So I had to go through a few rounds of lightening this image up, dodging, just kind of messing around with it until I got a print that I liked. But that is kind of the process of making stickers. It's never just like one and done. Maybe for some people it is. But for me, I definitely have to try a lot of different stuff when I'm making stickers. Sorry, package interlude. I print most of my stickers in-house and cut them with my Silhouette. However, things like cracked hollow and overlays I actually order from other places, but I order them from overseas, so I have to sign for packages sometimes. But yesterday, a note was left on my door that said, you know, like, we tried to deliver this package and you weren't here to sign for it, but I did not hear anybody knock, so I'm like hyper paranoid about it now and just like constantly checking, have my windows rolled, like my blinds rolled up, and I'm like, package, you know? But no package. You can see me actually working on the sticker sheet there for my Silhouette. Okay, these are so cute. Am I allowed to say that my own stuff is cute? I feel like I can be like, oh look, I made something cute. But anyway, I made these notepads, and they were an experiment because first I was gonna do one that was like the cat pumpkin sticker, but there was just too much ink. So I tried to do something that would use a small amount of ink per sheets, and I hand bound all of these. Bind is a strong word. I hand glued the tops and then pressed them down with books. I want to make a book press, a DIY one with like cutting boards and stuff, but I'm flat broke right now, so books will have to do. But the thing about these is I don't want to charge too much for them, right? They're notepads of like 12 sticky notes, or like notes. I guess they're not really sticky notes, but like notes. And they're backed with cardstock and stuff that's cut to the same shape and whatever, but I make them by hand and it's so time consuming, and my ink is like crazy expensive. I don't know if I've talked about that here before, but my ink is super expensive. So I just don't know, like I don't want to charge too much for them because, like I said, they're little notepads. But on the other hand, if I don't charge enough for them, like the time and effort that goes into all of this is kind of ridiculous. I want to say like $5 for them, but I don't know, maybe I'll add more sheets to them and just do a small mini run of these notepads, because I ended up really enjoying them and thinking they were super cute. Hopefully they won't use up all my ink. But I'm thinking about doing a small run, and then for the holiday season, I want to do some other notepads, but I'm probably going to try and have those printed somewhere else instead of hand binding them, just to save on ink and time, and then hopefully I could make the prices a lot lower for y'all, because I you know, like, I understand it's a notepad, and like for little like to-do lists and stuff, and I also like to decorate my journal with stuff like this. But what do you think? Do you think it's worth it for me to even do the small run? I enjoyed making them too, but it did take a while, and it was a process, and I was constantly like, you gotta dry, and trying to keep the notepads themselves from getting bent or the glue leaking. But I really enjoyed the design. So there's 2 different ghosty designs with 2 different faces. So I might print some of these just for a little exclusive run. And please, you know, feel free to check out my Etsy. I have new items in because it's the Halloween season. I've got 2 different Halloween sticker sheets. And please check me out on these socials. Like and subscribe if you want. And thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.